Hey guys, it's Cody with Rocky Mountain Pursuit. Today we have the BCA Mountain Pro Tunnel Bag. So I wanted to take this directly out of the bag so that you can see some of the same questions I have with the new product. So I decided to go ahead and get this tunnel bag because I'm going to be traveling more in the backcountry with my sons, and I felt a responsibility to have more storage space for safety gear, survival gear, stuff like that. So that's kind of what made me excited about getting something like this. I've seen a lot of good reviews. It sounds like it's an awesome bag, but I definitely wanted to do a little bit of a review on it, show you how I'm going to mount it to my snowmobile and so forth. So on the outside of this is a pretty cool feature. It's got the spot that fits the blade and then the spot that fits the handle as well. I know a lot of people say you should have one on your snowmobile, but also keep one in your backpack in case you do become separated from your snowmobile. You still have something to move snow. So that's pretty awesome. It looks like we've got a waterproof strip here around the zippers. So we'll have to test this winter how waterproof it actually is. These zippers are a little bit firm at this point. I would guess they're gonna loosen up a little bit. So on the inside of the bag, it feels pretty sturdy. It's not a hard case, but it feels really pretty sturdy and like it's gonna hold up. Got a little bit of cargo netting, I guess, to attach things inside of there. So that's good. And then you got two pouches here. Looks like those are definitely going to be waterproof. So I'm going to flip this so you can see what the inside of that looks like. Try these zippers out. Yeah, those feel really high quality. Hopefully they'll hold up over time as well. It does feel like with that waterproofing it's a little bit difficult to move those zippers, but not too big of a deal. Looks like there's a little bit of hardware in here for mounting, I would guess. I'm going to go ahead and place that right there for when we actually mount. Alright, so zip that back up. Lincoln, hand me that shovel, and we'll see how well this actually fits. So this is the shovel that we actually are doing a review on right now as well. So we'll go ahead and place that in there. Not sure if it goes that way or the other way over, but it seems like it's going to fit just fine. So it looks like that blade is at the smaller end of what will actually fit in here. So if you have a larger shovel, it should be able to fit just fine. It's got this elastic piece. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that down. So that definitely looks like it's not going anywhere. It is a little bit loose though. I'm going to flip that over and see if it fits any better in there. That does seem like it fits better, like it's not going to slide around as much. Place that in that elastic. There's that. And we'll go ahead and pop open this handle holder. So the handle holder does have an open spot so it can go as far down as it needs to. Let's go ahead and place that. So I've taken it where it used to extend, put it in its shorter version. Place that through. Simply take that strap over the top and tighten that down, and that's not going to be able to come out at all. Alright, so now here's the question. This is the original question that I had as well. How does this thing actually attach to your snowmobile? So it looks like it has these 4 straps. I'm guessing that's for the other models of snowmobiles that don't have the link system. I'm going to go ahead and mount this on a Skidoo with a 165 track, so I'll show you more about that. I think hand me those. So now if you're going to do this with a Skidoo, you've actually got to have at least 2 of these link connectors. So we'll show you that process, see how easy it is or if it's not, and then that way you can try it out as well. So alright, thanks guys, we'll show you the next part coming up. Okay guys, so here's the tunnel bag on the sled. Here's my dilemma. Now I had read that if you really kind of get aggressive with the bag, you can get it to fit up there. But I'm I'm pretty sure that's going to be extremely difficult, but I guess we'll find out. If you look inside of the bag, you can see right there, those are the 2 holes that will ultimately end up holding some bolts to attach to the link connector. So this will go right down there. Now when you do that though, you can see even if I push that as far forward as I can, it's not, it should be right in this, those 2 holes are right in the center of that. I just don't see that fitting. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just drill those holes out and then mount these pieces on there and see if I can get them in there. Now the reason that I care is ultimately I just don't want as much drag on the tunnel when you're side hilling and such. So I want that to be pushed up further, and also I guess for any weight like center of gravity, I'd like that to be further toward the front of the sled as opposed to the back. But yeah, I just wanted to show that to you. And also, so with any documentation that comes with the bag, it doesn't really talk about how to actually connect this to a sled. So I think this video will definitely be helpful for people that are in the same situation as me. I didn't need these strap connectors on the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Allen head there and remove those, and then I'll put this bolt back in so that I can keep this little cargo net piece in place. Okay, so I've got this hex head bolt here that I believe is going to go ahead and insert right here. So I've got a 5/32 bit. I'm going to go ahead and drill that out very slowly going outward. So here we go. Okay. See that popped right there. Back up. Same thing right here. Now I'm gonna go slow so you don't rip any of that outer case out. So I've done the holes a little bit smaller than the actual bolt because I want that to be a good snug fit. And now I'm just kind of trying to thread that through to see if it actually fit in there. It looks like it will. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and we'll come back. I want to show you something that I'm not saying is necessarily official, but I found worked for me. So the holes that are piloted through this link connector were a bit too small. Even when I started to press them through, it just felt like there was a chance that it might break. So what I did is I took a 1/4 inch bit and I went about 2/3 of the way through that, just to make that a little bit more open and easy to send it through. And then I just piloted it through the rest of the way by hand. And then I just wanted to also tell you the holes that go through here. I used a 3/16 bit, which seemed to work well, and it didn't pierce a hole too large through this waterproof membrane, so that as I pressed it through, the bolt was able to go, but it had to stretch. So just a couple of pointers there. All right, there is a very important point about the installation of this link piece. Now, if you notice, you can see that that strap is pointed forward, which is going to create drag in the snow. So when you install these, make sure that you put this one on that side so that as the snow drags against that, it's pushing it backward. And then for the other one, you're going to want to make sure that you place it going that way. Okay, we've got it mounted on there. It looks pretty good, nice and firm, as you can see. So we're pretty pumped to try this thing out tomorrow. Here's the bag on the sled. I was really pleased with the bag on this first trip out. It fits nicely, doesn't bounce around at all, and also, as you can see,
You can fit a bunch of extra stuff in here that's essential to have when you're out in the backcountry. You've got an extra pair of gloves, goggles, a water bladder, a jacket, some tools, registration, and so forth. So yeah, I was pretty pleased with this bag. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go ahead and like this video, and please subscribe to the Rocky Mountain Pursuit channel. And we'll see you in the future for more reviews and more of us sharing our Rocky Mountain Pursuit.